I had a puck come flying through several months ago, and it knocked a little hole in the side of my deal, and the puck stuck in there. I just knocked the puck out of there. I just cut a square piece on there. I'm going to go and cut this opening out with this. Just follow that routine, and then I'll use the water foam from Gorilla Glue and wet it down, and then put the glue on there and put a piece of blue tape to hold it there for a little bit. Let's get that done. Alright, there's the chunk that came out of there. I'll take the screws out and then glue that piece in with the Gorilla Glue and some water. Alright, after about 3 years or so, I had a few little minor things that happened to the foam box. I had a puck go out through the side, threw it through here, landed on the floor right out here, but it kept it out there. And then I've banged it just quite a few times with different things. This is where I caught it with the overhead garage door when I had it up, and I was a little bit too close to that up there, and so it did a great Scott moment and just tore it to pieces. I just filled this with some dry decks over there on that little table, filled the holes and kind of cleaned it up. I'll shoot a little paint on it, kind of clean it up a little bit. Probably need to put another coat on it. And then this is where a puck come through over here. Well, this wasn't a puck. This was the puck. The other side was a little chest piece thing that I had going on. So anyway, so I'm just kind of cleaning it up. Just filled a few little nail holes on it. I'm gonna hit it again, then I think I'll spray it white or maybe a gray or something, and go with that. Anyway, that foam box has done a good job through the last 2 or 3 years. It's kept all the dust inside the shop, inside the box, and it's done a good job of doing that. So I'm gonna move the gantry back in a little bit. I had it moved up out of the way so that it wouldn't be a problem. Let's see. My laser thing. Oh, there we go. Nice thing about foam is when it falls on top of your head or on your finger or wherever, it doesn't hurt. So that's pretty sweet, and it's so light. You know, one finger, you can lift that whole thing up and go with it. So I'm going to shoot a little sand it, shoot a little paint on it, and clean it up a little bit. I'll fill some of the nail holes, the screws on it this time. I just wanted to get utility out of it for the first time, and you know, I just re-glued that back in. Nice thing about foam is it's mendable, and I use Gorilla Glue to put that in with so that worked out pretty good. Anyway, I did originally just had a hole here, and then I've 3D printed this in, which works fine. Every now and then I have to throw a little tape or something on there to get that to where it sticks a little better, but it just slides in and out. I use that over there on the table saw and plug it in here, and so that's just bolted in there, and it works out pretty well. So there we go. I have this box that it's never been a completed project. I don't remember what I made it for, but I've intended it for about 4 or 5 different purposes, and I've yet to put it to work. It's just a glued up box, so I bought some parts to trim it. I took some of my clamps and rearranged, used a little bit more of the space that's right in here. Last week I had that wheel come off, so I put it on this dolly, and when I'm at Harbor Freight next time, I'll probably put another dolly on that side because of the weight factor. Anyway, so there she is, and just reorganize a little bit, and there we go. Well, I was gonna do a real quickie job, but I took all of the hardware off and all of the window panes off and filled the inside and prepping it right now. I've got to sand it yet, but when I pulled the vents off of the outsides, I got a little tear out, so I had to fix that, and on the insides as well. So anyway, I'm gonna have to fill that with there. There's the window panes over there sitting in hot soapy water to get the dried paint off of it, because of course I put it together fast. Well, after 3 years of giving this thing a hard workout, it's time to do a little facelift on the box going around it. And I did that today. I actually started on it yesterday. I started filling holes in the box, but anyway, took the windows out. I've got 2 windows in it and the dust port. Cleaned that all out. Filled some holes with it with some Drydex spackling, and then give it a brush over some paint. I think the hardest work I had to do was to get the paint off the plexiglass, so I wiped on a little paste wax on the inside where those fit, so that they wouldn't stick, hopefully, and wouldn't have to clean them next time I take them off. So anyway, there we go, and I'm going to put that thing back on there, and it'll look a whole lot different. So there we go. It's amazing what all you can get done with a little 24 by 24 CNC. But this thing with the tiling functions, I've been able to do whatever I want to do with it, and it's a great tool. Nextwave makes a great product, and I'm very pleased with it. Anyway, so let's get that cover back on there, and which just basically sits on top of there, just foam. So we'll get that done. Everybody drives by and stops and say, "What is that big box in your garage?" And I go, "That's my CNC machine." So anyway, it's there with a new coat of paint on it. Filled some of the holes, not all of them. Yeah, it's a shop project, and there's some things that the Drydex, it didn't quite sand out as much as I liked. I think regular drywall plaster's probably a better tool to use. The same, it would just not fill in any holes. So I mean, it would fill them in, but it wasn't. You'd leave it proud and then sand it down, and it would be concave again. So verdict's out on that stuff. But anyway, fix the holes where the pucks had come through, and where the chest pieces had come through, and clean the glass for the windows. So there they are. Probably scratched them up a little bit trying to get that paint off of them. But anyway, it's good to go.